Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Barbie Dolls of the Week. So, this week, actually, it's going to be a hybrid of Barbie and some other toys. Excuse me. I've got one doll I want to show you this week and kind of review this doll. And then we'll move on to the other toys for this hybrid episode. So, today I'm going to be showing and reviewing the 2022 Holiday Barbie from Walmart. Now, this is a Walmart exclusive, and somebody emailed me on Facebook, I think it was, or actually, no, on somewhere, and just said, what makes it an exclusive? And I guess I didn't think that needed explaining, but I did, because obviously somebody didn't understand what I meant. So, this is not me deciding it, by the way, it's Walmart and Mattel working together to say that we're going to have a separate doll and we're going to only sell it through Walmart. And somebody online told me that, or mentioned that it was only going to be available online. Does anybody know if that's true? So here's the picture on the back of the five, yes, count them, five holiday dolls available this year. And that's not counting the cheapy holiday dolls that they sell at grocery stores and such, drugstores sometimes. But yeah, the African American, the Caucasian, the redhead that I'm talking about today, the Asian, and the Hispanic or Latinx doll. So the Asian, by the way, I want to point out, to my knowledge, this is the first ever Asian holiday doll in the line. Now, if I'm wrong, someone please correct me, but I'm not remembering any others. So, yeah, this is a Walmart exclusive in the middle. It was, told or mentioned later that it was going to be the fact, or sold, I mean. So, anyway, these are the five dolls. Of these dolls, originally I was like, oh, I want the African American, but then I saw her expression on her face, and it was way too cartoony. So, I'm not going to get her. This Caucasian, I don't generally get them. They're too plain for me. And then it comes down to these others, which obviously I already got this one because I think that she's really a looker. Now, the dresses, by the way, and we'll get to those when I take the doll out, but they're not my favorite at all. And my sister, who collects these too, just the holiday Barbies, her husband generally gets her one every year. So she said her thought on this one is it's too much red on red. And I think in a way she's right because when I see her in other outfits that people post, she does look better. So yeah, I don't think it's the best combination, but it's okay. And then the Asian doll, I don't know. I'm very mixed. I mean, I would like to get it because I believe it is the first Asian in the series, but the face is so skinny looking. I don't know. I hope it doesn't look that skinny in person, and the hair is just okay. Now, the Hispanic or Latinx doll, and I don't know the proper use of the term, so maybe I shouldn't use Latinx, but I've been told by someone I know who is Hispanic that that's the preferred term these days. I'm not sure. Anyway, I really like her. She's actually my favorite of the whole series, and I do want to get her. But I'm going to wait because it's early and I may be able to get a good deal. So let's take this doll out. By the way, as you can see, this box is open at the top because when I got it, someone in their infinite wisdom decided, oh, let's just put this in a plastic wrapper type thing, envelope, and mail it that way with absolutely no padding. So yes, the box was damaged. I did get a refund and all that. And so anyway, yeah, here is the doll out of the box. And, even when you look at the doll against the green background, it's a really nice contrast. So that takes away some of the red on red, but it's still there, of course. It gives it a different feeling. This is the way this, kind of satin material is cut, like, a bit of a poinsettia look, I guess it's supposed to be, because there's poinsettias on the front, as you can see here. But poinsettias, I think it would have been better if there was some difference in the color versus the base of the dress. Yeah, it's just too much plain red, and there's no real. I mean, yes, there's some of this tulle kind of material underneath, but it's just not. I mean, even that's the same color. So they needed to break this up into some other colors, and I'm assuming it's cheaper to make a doll like this in one color versus two, just like most things. But yeah, this dress is not to me impressive at all. I'm not a fan. I mean, just like looks like a fifth grader could have made. I mean, I'm just kidding, but you know what I mean? It doesn't look like the best Mattel design I've ever seen. I'm just going to say that. Yeah. She doesn't really have a necklace, or she doesn't have a necklace. I don't see a ring. She does have these little plastic earrings, and you know, I'm used to holiday dolls who have great earrings. This is certainly not one of those. Now let's look at her face. Um, I'm mixed on the face. I don't know. I honestly thought the promo pics at the beginning looked better, and let's look again at the one on the back here. I don't know. I like the promo pic, and usually that's the case better. If you look at that face, it's rounder, and there's less forehead, I believe, showing than the actual doll. A little bit more forehead, and the face isn't quite as round. Now she has a side-eye glance, especially in her right eye, but to me the left eye doesn't look as much like a side-eye glance. I don't know. I guess she is, but it's just it depends how you look at it. Overall, I think she has a really nice face. Um, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this doll yet. I'm not sure. I'm just going to hold on to it for now. Um, I do like the red hair, obviously, and I've seen people who've taken this completely out of the package, and then they kind of straighten the hair and certainly take it out of this. Because, you know, it's in this stiff, styled, I don't know what they used to style this, but it's like these curls are stiff. And maybe the back is soft, it feels like the sides are. But yeah, just take that out. Maybe they boil wash it, I don't know. And then they put her in a different outfit, and she looks so much better. You get her out of this dress, all this red, and these fake poinsettia looking things here. So, you know, I like the doll, but I don't like the dress. And the doll, you know, and I see her, the more I see her, she grows on me. You know, I like her more and more. So she does have fingernail polish. It's probably red. I can't really tell. It's rather small. So here's another look at her. So yeah, this is the Walmart exclusive, meaning sold only at Walmart. Nowhere else can you get this. And I don't know if it's only online or not. Maybe it'll be in the stores. They've sold out twice already online, so maybe they'll be getting more between now and Christmas. I just honestly wouldn't imagine that they wouldn't get any more in that time frame, but who knows with the shipping delays we've had in the last couple of years especially. So what do you all think of this one, and who's your favorite in the group? I'd be curious to know. Now, we're going to move on to the second part of the video, which is about, I am going through, so I've made a decision, and the decision is that I am, you know, hoping to retire in 6 years, or maybe 9 at the very most. And rather than wait to sell a lot of things, because I have much more than just dolls, I have a lot of action figures from when I worked at Target for 7 years back in the 90s. And of course, you have a discount. Things were a lot cheaper back then. And I had early access to figures that, you know, the general public didn't always have access to. So I got a few, just a few. And I've decided to start selling those, and actually I was off this past week. I go back to work tomorrow, but I got a head start, and I started selling and sold quite a few. One guy in Georgia who's a chef bought a bunch of figures from me, and then a guy I know here locally from theater, he came today and bought quite a few as well. So, but I want to show you some of my favorite are as far as superheroes, are the DC superheroes. So I want to show you some of those. Let me get, first of all, here's a Batman figure. This is from 1989, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's what it says. 1989. These are all from 89, 90 type time frame. This isn't my favorite Batman because he's just all in black. I'm not sure. Maybe that's an older look. The package, by the way, is not in perfect shape. I mean, it's got a little bit of a ding here at the bottom. And here's what it looks like on the back. And this was part of a series where you've got, you know, Bob the Goon, Joker, etc. You know, some of his villains that go with Batman and Robin. So that's the Batman figure. From this is by a company called ToyBiz. Also, as part of the Justice League, you've got Green Lantern. And these are DC Comics superheroes. This one, they all had some little trick, like this is a water jet ring. So somehow water comes out of the ring. And here's the back of this one, and it kind of shows you how it works. I mean, there's a little thing you would squeeze and the water comes out. So it's no big mystery, really. I mean, you know, the time these were anywhere from like KB, this one says $5.99, that would have been on the high end. I mean, you could get them somewhere like Kmart or Hills or Zayres when they were there, maybe for $3, something like that, $3.49, and it just depended. But you know, I'm gonna just show you about 6 or 8 here. Here's Wonder Woman. And Wonder Woman was, of course, one of the only females in this particular line. And I never thought she was the best sculpt. You know, I mean, it's okay. These are not the best quality figures. I mean, nowadays they make so much better figures, I will say that, but they're also a lot more expensive. In her case, she has a power arm, and she can kind of throw this lasso, the golden lasso. It says, yeah, throws golden lasso. And it also, they were really good about showing other figures in the series. So, for instance, Superman, Lex Luthor, Penguin, Riddler, Mr. Freeze, Robin, etc. This is one of my favorites, Hawkman. This is such a cool figure. And he had flapping wing action, which makes sense since he's Hawkman. And, you know, the Flash is part of this series, which I've got in this group to show you. Of course, Joker, as I mentioned earlier. Who else? Aquaman. So we'll see those two here in a minute. In fact, here is Aquaman now. Again, I think they could have done a better job on the head sculpt, because his head looks awfully small for that body. The picture is so much better, you know. I mean, of course, that's a different person who I'm sure drew that than who sculpted the figure. So yeah, all these are from the same time frame of 89 to 90. And you know, I bought them usually when I was working at Target, or because they could have been out in the years after that too for a couple years. Okay, last two, and by the way, these are all going to go for sale. Now see this one. I'm trying to see what that says. Children's Palace, I believe. This one was $3.99 in the Flash. And these are, of course, all still on the card. The only one was Green Lantern is kind of half off the card for some reason. I don't know why, what happened if I did that, or don't remember. But, of course, with the Flash, he runs fast, and it says running arm movement. So it shows you on the back, you know. So, you know, nothing too exotic, but I think that's a really good one. And you see how his head, to me, seems a little more in proportion than that Aquaman was. And then the last one for today is the Joker. And, you know, these figures, Batman and Joker, were a little different card and everything, so a little bit different series. And they show you on the back, of course, some of the vehicles, including the Batmobile, Batwing, and Batcave down here that you could all get. So they had a lot of different accessories and things you could get. That some of these I've had in the past, some I've already sold. Like, I want to say I sold the Batwing already. I didn't have the Batcave. But yeah, this is the Joker, and he has a squirting flower, orchid, the type of flower, on his jacket there. So yeah, this is showing. And here's a good picture of his face, by the way. It's pretty good sculpt. I think this is one of the better ones. I did have Penguin and the Riddler and Robin, but I sold those this morning. Actually, that local guy that I know came and bought those among a bunch of the Marvel figures I had. I'm not as into Marvel and the X-Men and Fantastic Four. They're okay, but I just was not familiar. I grew up on DC Comics, like with the Super Friends cartoons on Saturday mornings, which I do have some of those on DVDs. I just think it's a great line, and it's a lot more just what I'm used to. And by the way, I wore a Captain America shirt, although that's not part of these because Captain America is Marvel. So I just, they're both okay. I just prefer DC. And as far as some of the figures, it just depends. But yeah, I think these are a great group of figures, and I will be selling those in the near future. So if you're interested, keep an eye out on my eBay, which is RFD, as in David, Man, M-A-N, RFD Man on eBay. And I've got some dolls and things on there right now, so take a look, see if there's anything you want, and it all goes towards my retirement in 6 to 9 years. So I hope you've enjoyed this hybrid episode and that Holiday Barbie from Walmart, and I will talk to you next time. You all have a great week. Take care. Bye.